Hey everyone, so I'm just on this video I'm going to cover an opportunity for you to turn um, one-time customers into clients. So I'm going to show you a free software you can use where you can collect the details of your one-time clients and then nurture that list and over time, whether it's a week or whether it's a month or 3 months or 4 months or 5 months, turn them into clients. You can use it as a resource to find employees. You can use it as a resource to find new clients. And you can also nurture those one-time customers into clients. And it all works on autopilot. You set it up one time and you just leave it and it runs and runs and runs. And if you want to make amendments to it, you can certainly do that anytime you want. So what you want to be doing, here's something that's fundamentally important. If you're not already doing this, you need to start doing it with every single one-time client you get. So every single one-time client you get, you need to be collecting their contact information, right? So you're already collecting their address, their name, their phone number. When you do that, make it a habit to get their email address. And you can say something like, and I'll just grab your email so I can send you a receipt, right? Get their email address. Now this is where the value comes from, is collecting their email address. Because you're going to take that email address and you're going to put it into an email autoresponder that I'm going to show you how to set up right now, step by step. It's completely free to use. And that email autoresponder is going to work on autopilot like a little salesman out there for you, bringing you business. So the software I'm referring to is MailChimp. So you go there and you create an account. And again, like I said, it's free to do that. So I'm going to go create one right from scratch, although I already have one, and you can see here, sign up, it's free. So I already have an account, but I'm gonna sign in and create a new one. So the Smart Cleaner, I may have already created one for this. I'm not sure. Not sure if I did or not, but I'll check here. So I'm just gonna. What are we doing here? Okay, so it's just telling me that I missed something. Alrighty, and get started. Okay. Okay, username is going to be I guess that's what it's trying to tell me. Okay, great. So we're in, and check your email. So they're asking me to check my email to confirm it, obviously. So go ahead and do that once you've created. So I've activated the account. I just paused it to save you guys the painful process of doing that. And so now I'm going to go inside and show you how to set up some really cool campaigns. And I'm just going to skip this part as well because you all know how to do it. Okay, so it's just asking me for my name, my company name, my business name, and my business website. So you would put all that in, and your address, etc., etc. And then once that's done, you're pretty much good to go. Okay. So what we're going to do is to create a list. Okay. So we want to create a list that we're going to put, that we are going to put subscribers into, right? So let's create a list. So you click on create a list, and here we go. And so the list name, you want to think about something that is going to encourage them to open this. So you don't want it to sound too salesy. So maybe something like great offers and tips for free, right? Let's capitalize that. Oh, what'd I do? Great offers and tips for free. Okay, And then you're going to put the email address it's from, right? So there we go. And the default name. So this is going to be who it's from. So you can put your company name, or you can put, your name with your company name. So I'm just going to do this, my company name, so they know who it's from. And then you want to write a short email of why people are in the list, right? So you can see there's an example down here. You're seeing this email because you opted into our website, or we send special offers, So there you go. We send special offers and valuable tips to our previous clients, right? Who opted in with their email. Okay, so we're good to go there. And so you can see it's got the address, everything like that. You can enable double opt-in, which what that does is it allows, you don't really need it in this circumstance just because they're not taking up an offer from a different website. You're actually manually putting this stuff in yourself. So, how do you want your notifications? You can do a daily summary of the, people responding to these or opening the emails or whatever it is. So here you go. It's all set up. So you can import contacts now. So there's two options. If you have already created a CSV file for all your past one-time clients, which you absolutely should have, or if you're not, start right now, or you can just copy and paste them if you have them somewhere else, right? So you would just copy and paste them, you would hit next, and you can do this every time you add a new one, right? So you would just, so let's see, so this is asking for a file, which is not what we're trying to do. Let me back up here. Copy and paste. Next. Why is it asking for a file? That's not what I'm trying to do. Okay, so I was going through the wrong place there. So I'm just going to go over here. You go to your lists. Now that you've created the new list, and you go here and manage contacts. And then you're going to go to add contacts and add subscriber. And then you would add their email, their first name, last name, and person gave me permission to email them. So again, when you're going through the process of getting their email, you get, when you're booking a job, you say name, you get their name, their address, their phone number, and can I get your email address? Is it okay if I send you an email with the receipt, right? So you get their permission and you're good to go. And so you just enter that information in. So let's just make one up right now. I'm going to put myself, obviously. And so there's other ways you can do that. So subscribe. Okay, awesome. And so the other way you can do it is by importing contacts. So again, if you have that CSV file, you can import it in there. So go back to your list now. And so there you go. You've got a subscriber in there, right? So now you want to start setting up your campaigns. So the idea is that you're going to create a whole bunch of campaigns. Now you can sit down on a Sunday afternoon or time when you have dead time in your office and do this. And you can spend an hour, 2 hours, however long it takes you. But I'm going to show you how quick and easy this is, right? Because it is super easy. So you click on campaigns, and so the type of campaign you're looking to create is, so like I said, you're going to create a bunch of different ones. So if you click create campaign, this is going to be your first one. And you're going to create an email, right? And let's say the campaign name. So let's think about what the first one's going to be. It's February right now. What is the first, after we do a service for someone, what is the first follow-up that we'd like to do in sending them an email? Maybe something like, thank you, right? Thank you for, thank you for, so thank you, I don't want to say thank you for your business, but thank you for, okay, so I don't want to waste your time, so I just went through that. So the first one would be, let's say, a free gift to say thank you, right? So they've already hired us, we've done the one-time clean, or you're importing a list of one-time cleans from before. And so we're going to look for add recipients, right? And it's going to be to which list. So here we go, our great offer and tips for free. So that's the list we want to send it to, all subscribers on the list, right? So we can personalize the to field by having their first name, right? So we're going to have their first name. So it's going to say, dear so-and-so, you know, here's a free gift for you, right? So we're going to save that. And then who's it from? The Smart Cleaner. It's all good. And so we're going to save that. And then we're going to add a subject. And so the subject is, so it tells you here, right? Like it's going to give you help all the way through this to guide you through what a good subject is. And why the subject is important is that will relate directly to how many people open it. And so you want to create a subject matter that will cause people to open, right? So you see some examples down here, 50% off. Instead, you could do something like this. So 50% off all women's tops, right? So is that what we want to use? I get a little trickier with it, to be honest with you. And so you could use emojis, and I know I've shown you in several other videos how to do that, how to use emojis. Okay, so in the subject, I'm going to put, because like I said, I like to get a little tricky with these just to get people to open up. We forgot to give you this, right? So is that going to convince someone to open it up at a higher rate? Absolutely. And in the preview text, what they're going to see underneath is we want to just say thank you with this free gift, right? So save. And then we're going to design the actual email. You're going to be surprised how super easy this is. It's crazy, crazy easy. So here's some different templates that you have for options. And it's saying down here what it's doing. Sell products, make announcements. So follow up, probably follow up. But again, there's more down here where you can just take a blank template and turn it into whatever you want. I use this one a lot just because the logo's there and then right away to your punchline. So we'll use this one just to start. Okay. And then you just come in and you start crafting the email. So the first thing you're going to want to do is put your logo in here, right? So super easy. You go here, you hit replace, and we're going to upload a file from, I don't know where, because I don't know where I have something I could use just as a test. Let me see what I have. I have so much cleaning stuff in here. It's not even funny. So let's see. Whose can I use? Try and find one of mine if I can to use it. Let's just see. So yeah, I'm just going to use this Smart Cleaner one. It's not really a logo. It's just it's kind of a place setting. And then so you go in here and so you're going to craft your message, and in the big headline you're going to want to put something that's really captures their attention, right? So here is. So what are we going to give them? What are we going to give away to try and get them back in to use their service again, right? Well, so this is going to be the first email people receive shortly after you've done the service for them, or your bulk list, right? So let's do something. What are we gonna use here? Here is $50 to use towards a deep clean, let's just call it, right? So you can use your imagination for this, right? Like there may be another opportunity here that is better than this. Like here's $50 to use towards whatever you want, right? Like whatever type of cleaning service you want, or whatever the offer is that you want, right? So think pretty carefully about it. I'm going to change the color to red just so it captures their attention. So down here, I'm just going to put in a cool photo, something related to cleaning, obviously. So yeah, so I just put something like this in. And then down here, I'll put in some text that just speaks to it. It's something like, we know life gets busy and sometimes having to clean the house just is not on the list, right? So, again, what you want to do is you don't want to be salesy in here. You don't want to say, like, don't be trying to sell them something. Like, I'm just telling a story with this, right? Is what I'm doing. Just, we know life gets busy sometimes, right? And having to clean the house is just not on the list of things to do, right? So I'm just telling a story. I'm speaking to their pain point, right? They're busy. The house is messy. The kids are always making a mess. So I'm speaking to that pain point. I'm not trying to sell them. Don't be salesy. Just solve the problem that they have, right? We know that life gets busy sometimes, and having to clean the house just is not on the list of things to do. So as our way of saying thank you for using our service previously, we wanted to give you $50 to use on any of our cleaning services. Something like that, right? You see where I'm going with this. So just be creative and don't be salesy, right? That's the key, is don't be salesy. So there's a button here. You can leave it and say book now, and that could go to the link on your website where they fill in the sheet, or you can get rid of it. You can garbage it. So the way you would link it to your site is you click on this, and then you just add the website address of that place where you want it to go, right? So whatever place inside your website you want them to navigate to, you put that in here. So it's HTTP. So you just copy and paste it, contact.com, whatever it is. That's kind of what it would be, right? Something like that, however it looks on your website. But for the sake of this, I'm just going to get rid of it. And I don't know what happened there. It didn't go. So I'm going to get rid of this as well. I don't need all this extra stuff. So your social media is on there as well. And you can add your social media links. So you would add your Facebook page link here, right? Twitter if you want. And that way they can like your page or connect with you. You could even craft an email that just says that, just like our Facebook page, right? Thank you for your business. Like our Facebook page for great tips and special offers, right? But for the sake of this, I'm just going to get rid of it. And down in here, this is all jumbled. Don't worry about it. It's code. When it gets sent, it'll show your information in there. So what I'm going to do is in bigger letters here. So I want to make this bold so it stands out so they can see what they're reading. I want to make it a bit bigger, so font size, I'm going to go like this. And I'm going to put call us. I'm going to capitalize all these. Now, to get this offer and let us take the cleaning off your list, right? So again, this could be a one-time clean of any kind, right? It could have been a move out, could have been a move in, could have been a post-construction, post-renovation, could have been any kind of clean, right? Like anything that's just one time. And then you can say something like this, right? So we want to make this much bigger and much bolder. So what we're going to do is we are going to make the size much bigger on this one, and we're going to change the color so that it stands out. Where's our color one? Right there, right? And so now to add some value here so that it, the odds of it getting used kind of go up. So you're going to put your phone number in here, obviously. So let's put something in here. Let's do something a little tricky. What's that? You say you don't need this. Well, give it to a friend and let them use the $50, right? See what I'm doing here? Right? You're not giving them an opportunity to get away. That's the key. That's the key. That's the key. You don't want them to get away. You want to make sure that they use this. So let's change the color on that. Make it stand out. And then you can put some conditions down here if you want. So you can see where you can add something. And then you can put conditions apply or whatever you want to put. But I would put in here conditions apply. And you can write the conditions if you want, like one per customer, use only one time kind of thing. Something like that, right? Like, so they're not, you want to also put a disclaimer like the owner has the right to refuse the use of this or providing a service for any job that may be a health or safety risk. So, okay, so somebody's not taking advantage of you in this process, right? You don't walk into a place and you're giving them $50 off and it's a job you can't do where it's, where it's a toxic issue or hoarder or stuff that you don't do, right? So you want the right to refuse. So just put a few conditions in there in small writing and away you go. And so as you can see, here's $50 to use towards a deep clean. So just catching their attention, then you're writing the information in there. You're going to put, so let's preview it and we'll show you what it looks like. So here we go, right? And here's all your information, right? So this is how it's going to format. So it's good to go. It's all ready to rock. So that's cool. So we're going to get out of the preview mood. We're going to save and close. And we're going to save and close. Now you're going to schedule it. So let's say we're going to set this. Let's just see, set a specific time. Let's see, batch delivery, paid feature, paid feature, paid feature. So we're just going to set a date on it. So let's just say it's the 19th. Schedule campaign. Okay, so now we can go in and send another one, set up another one for 2 weeks from now. So here's some examples of ones that you can create, right? So it could be one for a discount for spring cleaning, because spring cleaning is coming up. There could be one that you send out that's just like a really unique cleaning tip, a really cool cleaning tip for cleaning an oven or something like that, so that, something really cool, or a video you could put in there. You could even put a video in the email that is a cleaning tip. Hey, here's how you clean your oven without chemicals or whatever it is, right? Or here's something really unique to get your shower clean. So they're seeing value in it and they're sharing it with their friends. Here's $100 off your first 2 maid services. So you break it up, $50 off the first one, $50 off the second one. Refer a friend, right? Did you know that we have a referral program? For every person you refer to our business, we pay you $150 when they sign up and become a client, or whatever you pay for referrals. Refer an employee, right? We're looking for staff. We'll pay you, to refer a new staff member. So we'll pay you X amount of dollars if somebody goes through a training program and stays for the first 2 weeks or 30 days or 90 days or whatever. Do you see what I'm saying? There's a ton of emails you could create and different times of the year, right? Like you could have one that goes out on December 1st for pre-Christmas party house cleaning or whatever it is, end of summer house cleaning. So the kids are back in school. We know you're busy. Let us come do the dirty work. January, when it gets quiet, have one for then. You could set up all these emails so they're ready to rock, and they're just going out on autopilot for you all through the year, right? What else? There's a ton of ideas. So use any one of these ideas that I just mentioned to you. Spend an afternoon, sit down and set up all these. Try and set them up like one for at least one a month. Set up at least 12 or one every 2 weeks, whatever you want to do, right? And so, look, you've got to be building a list. There's a massive value in your list for these emails to be going out to. And some people are going to unsubscribe if they, whatever. Another great idea for an email is, do you know someone that's moving? Refer them to us for their move out clean, or do you know someone that's moving in for their move in clean? Do you know a real estate agent, right? All these things, and you'll pay them a referral fee. You're networking on autopilot, right? You create it once, and this is just going out all the time, over and over and over and over again. So think about that, right? Like, think about what you could do here, how creative you could get, and how much value you can get out of it. Or you can go clean somebody's house once and get no value out of it, right? Get zero value out of it. After you've spent all the money and time and energy and effort to get a client, and you just get one check out of them. You get one check out of them, right? That's kind of sad, like you got to turn them into a client. So your long-term success of your business is growing over and over and over and over and over, right? That's the key to your long-term success. So I want you to sit down and put this in place immediately and get it up and running. And every time you get a new client, stick a new email in there. Every time you do a new one-time clean, stick the email in there, stick the contact information in there. All right. So I'm just going to show you one more thing here. So the email template that I just showed you should be used if you just want to send out one random email to your list, right? So let's just go into our campaign. So here's the free gift, one it's scheduled, it's up and ready to go out, right? So what we can do now is create one that is this. So that one is if you want to just send out, if you just had an idea and you wanted to send one out. So I'm backing up a little bit because I did make a mistake telling you that would be your email series to go out every month. That's more for something that you would do just a one-time thing. So this is how you would create the email series to go out every month. So just to correct myself here so that you folks are on the right path. So you would click create a campaign, create email. You would hit automated, and then you would hit, where are we here? So welcome new subscribers. And then you want to click here is where it's really important, is onboarding series. So that's what we want to click. And then you're going to select your list, right? So this is the onboarding series, and then you hit begin. And you see it's got each one of the different emails that you want to send out throughout the year or every 2 weeks. And you can add new ones. So here you've got your first, so say this was the welcome one. So say you got a new client, you put their email in, this would go out to them, right? So this, you're going to change the schedule of this to, so it goes out all day, every day, as soon as, send whenever conditions are met. So let's just look at the condition. We're going to go back and look at the conditions of this email, because the first one should go out. It should start the series of emails, right? It should start the series of emails. So it should be that thank you for your business kind of email. Okay, so here's where you edit the trigger. So it says immediately, right? So as soon as you put a new subscriber in the list, it'll send this out and it'll trigger this email series to start going out, right? So it's going to start going out now. So here we go. Here it is. I've got a whole bunch of them now because I've clicked it so many times. So we're going to go in here. So this would be the first one you set up. So you would design this email, and that would be the one where you're saying, thank you for giving us your business. You know, here's an offer you can use at another time or give to a friend. And you would set that one up just like we did in the previous email, right? Just walk through it. And then you would go do the next one and you would edit the trigger, right? So this says to send it out 1 day after. So let's say we want to send it out, we could say 1 month, right? Well, let's say, so we'd have to put 4 weeks if we wanted it to be, so say we wanted to go out 4 weeks after, or you could put 14 days, right? You could send out, the second one could go out, you know, a little quicker, like 14 days, right? So you're updating the trigger, that's going to go out 14 days after the first one goes out. And so that could be something else. It could be a little tip or trick or hint saying, hey, clean this way or do this that way, and use a really great email, you know, title that says, want to know how to do this in 5 minutes or something like that captures their attention. And then the next one could be, hey, refer a friend or get $100 off, right? And so the trigger of that one, how soon do you want that one to come out after you trigger? Let's take a look at this one. So this one did not change. So we got it. We didn't hit update, right? So you hit update trigger and then it'll update it. So you can see here 14 days. And so say we want to send this one out in another 14 days. And then say we want to skip to a month. So the next one we add, say we want it 30 days after. And that could be an offer for $100 off, or do you know anyone looking for a job? We'll give you $50 or $100 or $200 for anyone that stays with us for 90 days, right? Or here's $50 off a spring clean, or here's $100 off your first 2 maid services, right? Or here's need to get your house cleaned for Christmas, you know, whatever, you know, keep staying at the front of their mind. So you can set up this whole email series. So if you sat here for a day and did this, and you got 12 emails in here, every time you add a new subscriber, they're going to get the first thank you one. And then 14 days later, they're going to get the second one, whatever that is, a cool tip or trick or whatever it is. And then 30 days later, they're going to get another one that says, hey, do you know anyone looking for a job? And then 30 days later, they're going to get another one that says, hey, here's $100 if you refer a friend who books a maid service with us. Or we know summer's over and you want to get the house back in order. Let us do the dirty work. We know you're busy with kids, right? In September. And then one for December, you know, so you got your whole year up. And then one for January at your slow time of year. That's some kind of great offer they can't say no to. So hopefully you see where I'm going with all this, and you've seen how easy it is to use. And truthfully, if you can't figure it out, you can always ask me, or you hit the help here. It's super easy. You can ask any question in here and they will help you get it set up. But as you can see, you don't even need help. It's just super simple. Just come up with a great title for your emails so that it causes people to open them, and set up your whole year. Have it all set up so that, and keep adding emails. Every time you get a one-time client, add another email. Keep adding those emails. Don't forget about it. Make it part of the habit of your day so that you're turning customers into clients. All right, if anybody has any questions about this, private message me or give me a call or reach out and let me know. All right.